Hello again. If you're watching this video, you are interested in seeing different types of paper techniques to make little mini sculptures to put on the lid of your paper box. So at this point, you should have your paper box all constructed. You've got the bottom and the top. Go ahead and on the bottom, write your name and then your block. So if I'm blue 2, and so that'll be on the bottom, and then the top is where we're going to put different paper techniques on. So it's going to look something like this. Okay, so as you can see on this one that I've started, I've got all different types of paper techniques. So in this video, I'm going to show you a couple different ones. But the main goal of this is you're kind of just taking paper that you have around your house, and you'll need some scissors, and you're just trying to manipulate this paper that's flat, two-dimensional, and we're trying to make it 3D, like more of an object. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some different techniques, and then the goal is, see how I have all this empty space in here? The goal is to fill the entire top of your box. If you want to bring some of your techniques to the sides of your box, you can, but I'm just looking for this entire top of your lid to be covered with techniques. I'm looking for at least 5 different types of paper techniques. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 on here. So once you get your 5, if you like, say, this fringe right here, you could go ahead and make a bunch of different ones of that and fill that in here. Kind of do whatever you want. So we'll make our first sculpture out of paper. So the first one I'm going to show you is called a fringe, and it's this little guy right here. So you can make it long, you can make it short, you can make your cuts thick, thin. You can also make it really short and thin, and you can kind of go over it with your fingers and give it some texture. So the easiest way to do this is you're going to get some paper. You're going to cut however long of a piece that you want. And then I'm not going to cut all the way to the end because I need some paper to fold over to attach to my box. So I'm going to just start cutting straight lines. Like I said, you can do it as thick or thin as you want. You could do a mix of thick and thin. You're just kind of playing around to see what you can do with the paper. So this is pretty straightforward. I'm not going to make you watch me cut this whole thing, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. And then I've got some fringe. So again, you can kind of crumple it up if you want. It almost kind of looks organic, like some grass. And then I've got this strip at the bottom here. So when you're looking to attach your paper techniques, you need to create something called a tab. And a tab is essentially just a little square or rectangle, just a little piece of paper that is attached to your paper sculpture technique so that you can attach it. So my tab is going to be here at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and just fold this little area over and create that tab. Pretty simple. So at home, if you have a glue stick, you can start adding these. If not, just make all of your techniques. Make sure that they're going to fill up the top. And then when you come to school in class, you can get a glue stick, and then you can attach all of them. Okay, so if I wanted this to be straight up with the tab, I'm good to go. However, if I wanted to make this a circle, on this tab I need to cut some little tabs so that when I wrap it around, the tabs are going to stick out like this. And then when you attach it, it'll be able to stick flat on the top of your box and be straight up in the air. Okay? So whenever you're making your little techniques, just remember to leave a little piece of paper to act as a tab. If you forget, you can always cut a little square. If you've got a little bit of clear tape, you can put some tape on there, or just make another one. You saw how quick and easy this was. So just make sure that you always have a way of putting glue onto a surface, the tab, and then attaching it. Okay? So this is the fringe. Another one, pretty straightforward. You can get a long piece. We're going to make a zigzag. So you go right, left, right, left, just kind of back and forth. Pretty simple. You get to the end, I'm going to squeeze it and then pull it apart. And I've got my little zigzag. You can attach this so that it pops straight up. You could make a really long one and you could glue it together so it's kind of like an abstract, like a little star shape. You could make it long here like me, where I took one end on the top and brought it around to the side, whatever you want. You could also make several of these and then attach them together as well. So there's a little zigzag. Another one we can do is a technique called quilling. This is where you'll want a long piece of paper, probably longer than this, but I don't want you to have to sit here and watch me do it. And I'm just going to tightly curl this in on itself on the middle and just roll it up nice and tight. And as you're rolling, just keep it nice and tight, don't let go. So I'm going to keep rolling. So I've got this little quilled guy here. So if you like it like this, you can put some glue on the bottom and stick it to the top of your box. You can also stretch it out a little bit and let go. You've got a little bit of a spiral here. Also remember, you can take the ends of these and you can add fringe to them. You could make it round, you could make it sharp, whatever you want to do. All right, so there's a little spiral. And then one that I'm going to show you here that everybody thinks is pretty interesting is called a Jacob's ladder. And it's 3D like this. So in order to do this, you're going to want two long pieces that are about the same width, the same thickness, and the same length. I'm using two different colors so it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. So again, at home, if you have some glue or tape, you want to glue this part down so it won't move on you. So I don't have any glue with me currently as I'm doing this video, so I'm just going to kind of hold it in place. So what you do on this is whatever piece is on the top, you're going to fold over the opposite piece, and you're going to fold it clear up to that other piece of paper. So since blue is on top, I'm going to bring the yellow all the way up, make sure it's nice and straight, crease it. Now the yellow is on top, so I'm going to bring over the blue all the way to that squared edge and crease. And bring down the yellow, bring over the blue, and you're just going to kind of repeat this until you get to the end. Make sure to go slow so you line up the edges. If you go crooked, it can get hard to fold pretty quickly. So I'm almost to the end here. Okay. So then I've got kind of this little awkward piece right here. So I'm just going to trim that off. And then I've got a little bit of a blue piece right here, so I'm going to trim that. Then you would glue these end pieces together, so when you pull apart, it doesn't come apart. And then when you pull it, you've got this cool three-dimensional little paper sculpture. Okay, so this is the Jacob's ladder. You can see it right here on mine. I just kind of glued it here and had it sticking straight up, and I've got a little bit of movement right there. Okay, and then this little guy right here is kind of like a fan shape. So that's where you take one end kind of like with the zigzag and you fold back and forth, back and forth. So you get this fan shape. But remember, I've got this fan. You can also cut some fringe in at the end and kind of combine different techniques. You can roll this together. I could maybe attach this whole piece. So I've got some of the fan technique, and then I could do little cutouts on this straight area. Whatever you want to do. You just want to make sure you have 5 different techniques and that you fill the entire top of the lid of your box. So I still need to add quite a bit more to fill that up. Okay? So that's it for this video. Have fun making your little paper sculpture techniques. And as always, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.